We're going to talk about words that sound the same but have different meanings. And there are two categories here: homonyms and homographs. Homonyms are words that are spelt and pronounced the same, but they have different meanings. Homographs are words that are spelt the same, but they are pronounced in a different way, and of course they have different meanings. Let's start by looking at homonyms. Remember, they are spelt and pronounced in the same way, they just have different meanings. Firstly, we have bark. Bark means the hard covering of a tree. You know, it's that layer you can normally peel off. The second meaning of bark is the noise that a dog makes. You know, that loud noise? Do you want me to do it for you? Rawr! That sounded a bit more like a cat. It can also be used to talk about humans if they say something abruptly or aggressively. Stop barking at me. Fine. You probably know the most common meaning of this word, which is to say, you're okay. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. But did you know that fine also means the amount of money that you have to pay when you break the law? Bat. A bat is both an animal and something that we use in sport. As an animal, a bat is a little mammal, a little bit like a mouse, but with leathery wings that flies at night. In sport, a bat is usually a wooden object that we use to hit a ball in certain games like cricket and baseball. Kind. As an adjective, kind means nice and helpful and caring. She is a kind person. As a noun, kind means type. A kind of thing, a type of thing. Spring. Our first meaning is the season that comes between winter and summer. Another meaning of spring is a place where water naturally comes up from the ground. We have a third meaning as well. A spring can be a metal coil, like the ones that you find in a mattress or in a trampoline. Match. A match can be a game that's played in sports, like a cricket match, a football match, a hockey match. A match can also be a little wooden stick with a chemical at one end that we use to burn things. So we use a match to light a candle. Fly. When a bird, a plane, or an insect moves through the sky, we say that it flies. To fly can also mean to travel by plane. I'm flying to Abu Dhabi next week. A fly can also mean an insect with wings. Mean. When something means something, it expresses something. However, it can also be used as an adjective. It has a negative meaning. If someone is mean, it means they are cruel or unkind. Stalk. One meaning is the stem, the long part of a flower, the long green part that separates the roots from the head. We can also use stalk as a verb. If you stalk someone, it means you follow them illegally without being seen. Finally, our last homonym before we move on to the homographs is train. A train is a railway vehicle with carriages. Train as a verb can mean to practice for something, to prepare yourself for something. Okay, that's it for the homonyms. Now let's move on to the homograph. Firstly, we are looking at desert and desert. The meaning of a desert is a large area where not much grows. We typically think of it as a sandy area, although it can be snowy. It's just a place where there isn't much life. To desert means to leave someone, often in a difficult situation. Tear and tear. To tear means to pull something apart so that it separates into pieces. A tear, on the other hand, is a drop of water or liquid that comes from your eye when you cry. Bow and bow. To bow means to bend forward from the hips to show respect to someone. A bow is a weapon made of curved wood and you shoot arrows with it. A bow is also a ribbon that you wear in your hair or on your neck, a bow tie. Row and row. A row is an argument. It often involves shouting. A row, O, is a line of things next to each other. I sat in the front row so I could see the screen better. Overlook and overlook. If you overlook something, it means that you miss an important detail. Another meaning is a place that gives a good view of something from above. Wind and wind. Wind is the type of weather that blows at you, when air blows at you and you can feel it. The second word is a verb meaning to turn something. I have an old-fashioned watch that I need to wind every morning. I need to turn on it. Wound and wound. I wound the wool up into a ball. Wound is an injury or to injure. It's usually an injury that you get from violence or from war. Record and record. To record means to make an electronic copy of images or sounds. As a noun, the stress changes. A record changes to the first syllable. Entrance and entrance. Entrance is the place where you enter somewhere, like a gate or a door. To entrance, if something entrances you, it means it's so beautiful or interesting that you give it all of your attention. Finally, the last pair, we have present and present. Present means a gift, something that you give to someone. The verb to present means to give something in a formal way. It could be an item like an award, it could be a speech. Right, that is it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you